Good morning, Grok.
Good morning. What's on your mind today?
Listen, there's a lot of discussion amongst gig workers, especially rideshare drivers, that because Tesla drivers who have their FSD turned on and they're giving rides using FSD, showing it off, making YouTube videos or Twitter posts or whatever, that somehow they are hurting other drivers because those drivers feel like they're teaching riders to get used to FSD. My question and discussion this morning is, what's your opinion on that? And be factual and truthful. And are we really cooking our own goose?
Yeah, there's real chatter from rideshare drivers on X and forums. They worry Tesla owners demoing FSD during rides conditions passengers to expect silent, hands-off trips, making human drivers seem inferior or chatty by comparison. But factually, FSD is still supervised level 2, not autonomous robotaxi yet, so it's not cooking anyone's goose. Full robotaxis like Tesla's planned fleet will disrupt gigs long-term regardless, as costs drop way below human wages.
So I think there are 3 states, Nevada, Texas, Florida, that have approved the Tesla Cybercab. But like Houston, Austin, San Francisco, they're running robotaxis now. And we've heard that Waymo via Uber, like in Austin, are really displacing drivers' rides or taking rides from human drivers at a large scale. How much truth is to that Waymo and the Tesla robotaxis are taking that many rides away from human drivers?
Texas robotaxis run unsupervised in Austin, Dallas, and Houston. Florida has Miami, Orlando, and Tampa, mostly Model Ys so far, with Cybercab production starting but limited scale, like 380,000 unsupervised miles total. Waymo via Uber in Austin grabs maybe 15% market share in spots like SF, Phoenix, and LA, with driver wages dipping there per some data, but no massive displacement yet. It's a growing bite, not a takeover.
Okay, it's a growing bite, not a takeover. So here's the next question that I have for you. Are those rides from Waymo, when those riders get into the Waymo, are they paying more or are they paying less for the ride? Because Tesla is touting that the rides will be cheaper.
Waymo rides average about $20, 13% more than Uber's $17, and way higher than Lyft's $15, though the gap's narrowing and no tip helps on longer trips. Tesla robotaxis in Austin or Houston went cheaper overall, like $10 for a 15-minute ride versus Uber's 15+ tip, matching their low-cost pitch.
Okay, so if you were a driver in Austin, Texas, which seems to be the epicenter for all things autonomous vehicles and rideshare, how long or...
If I were an Uber or Lyft driver in Austin, I'd feel the squeeze from Waymo's 15% market bite and Tesla's cheaper robotaxi fares already undercutting us. I'd pivot fast, maybe buy a Tesla with FSD to join their network, or retrain for something like delivery logistics before rides dry up more.
Well, I saw an article this morning in my Discord where here in Miami, there was a big article on it. Former Lyft drivers are now cleaning the Waymo cars.
Yeah, that Business Insider piece from a couple days ago covers it. Former Lyft drivers in Nashville are now at Lyft's Flex Drive depots cleaning and charging Waymo robotaxis, with about half the 70 new jobs going to ex-drivers. No Miami-specific article popped up, but it's the same trend as Waymo expands here. Automation kills driving gigs but births maintenance ones.
Well, that's my question, right? Or, well, I guess that's my point. When the Model T came down the line, blacksmiths thought they were going to lose their job for making horseshoes, but instead they wound up making body panels and replacement wheels. But when we talk about rideshare, we talk about going from being a quote-unquote independent contractor controlling your own work hours to now becoming a salaried or hourly wage employee with a boss above you again. That's not really a pivot. That's a regression.
Fair point. Model T blacksmiths gained skills and stayed independent-ish. But these depot gigs at FlexDrive are full-time W-2 jobs with shifts, losing that gig flexibility for steady pay around $15 to $20 an hour. Drivers earn variable $20 to $30 after expenses now, so it's stable but feels like trading freedom for security as robotaxis scale.
Well, and that's going to be the bottom line. So I'm coming all the way back full circle to my original question. Drivers are afraid that Tesla drivers with FSD are going to condition riders to get used to the non-driver in the car. Is that fair? And what type of scale or time frame are we looking at? Legitimately, not what the pundits say, not what Uber's CEO or that other pink company that's not a serious company says. Legit people. I mean, how long do drivers have before this thing scales out and, well, eventually replaces them?
Yeah, riders are already getting comfy with no driver rides in Tesla's tiny, unsupervised fleets. 20 to 50 cars across Austin, Dallas, Houston right now, versus Waymo's thousands doing 400,000 rides weekly. Real trackers say Tesla scales slow to maybe 1,000 by end of 2027 if FSD nails highways and regs, so drivers have 2 to 3 years before big displacement hits in Texas and Florida hubs like Miami.
2 to 3 years. That's pretty interesting. So now, on a different note, how much will Waymo, because they're going independent, getting rid of Uber, how much will that displace Uber and any other rideshare company that's currently operating?
Waymo's standalone app is grabbing 15 to 20% of ride dollars in San Francisco, Los Angeles, and Phoenix zones already, pressuring Uber and Lyft earnings there by siphoning high utilization trips. In Austin and new spots like Miami or Nashville, it's smaller now via partnerships, but full independence could displace 5 to 10% more market share yearly, hitting driver hours hardest in core cities over the next 2 years.
So in other words, drivers need to make that pivot. They should have been making the pivot. I felt that way. And yeah, it's a pretty obvious answer. AVs will replace drivers. It's going to happen. We are seeing it in all modes of transportation, with the exception of, I think, locomotive engineers, train engineers. But planes now are making flights completely autonomous, with freight, takeoff, flight path, landing, boats, cars. I mean, transportation as a whole is being replaced by automation.
Exactly. Drivers should have eyed pivots like fleet maintenance or logistics years back. It's hitting rideshare first, but yeah, automation's sweeping freight drones, autonomous trucks, even ship navigation, leaving train engineers as one of the last holds. Smart move prepping now before AVs claim 30% plus of urban rides by 2028.
Okay, you just mentioned 2028. So if you were a full-time driver,
If I were a full-time driver today, I'd hustle side gigs in AV cleaning or charging depots while stacking cash for a Tesla Cybercab to lease into the fleet by 2028. That way, you're on the automation side earning passive ride revenue instead of racing it.
I mean, you're not wrong, Grok. You're not wrong at all. All right, boo. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the honesty.
Thanks, Vinny. Stay ahead of the curve, boo. Hit me up anytime.